Hey guys, I'm Robin Rosado with Top Speed Golf. Today we're going to talk about how we can hit our irons farther. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, like I said, I got an awesome video for you. And this is one of my favorite videos because it's an awesome before and after video of one of the guys who came in from France actually to take a lesson with me. And I'm going to talk about how we got him hitting his 8-iron 25 yards further within just an hour. So let's go and take a look. Okay, so we got the before video right now. So you'll notice when he's taking it back pretty short, would be considered maybe halfway, a little bit past halfway back on the way back there. And his hands are a little bit back here behind him. If you notice there, he's really trying to create speed in a short period of time on the way down, only by taking it so far back. So it was really hard for him. He's relying on a very short period of time, not only hit it far, but hit it solid as well. So he was really struggling with some solid contact. So in the after video, I'm going to show you here in a second. We're going to see how it looks differently, and then we're going to talk about what he did. Okay guys, so let's go take a look at the after video. You're going to see a massive difference in the golf swing. You'll notice right now, he's taking it back way further, giving himself a lot of room at the top of his golf swing to create speed. And if you notice now, the first move on the way down, he's actually creating some lag. That was one thing he was lacking before, is some serious lag in the golf swing. Well, now he's got the room to do it, so he doesn't have to try to speed it up, not have a lot of lag. He's got room at the top of his golf swing, and he's able to create a lot of lag. And this is how he's able to hit it 25 yards further with his 8-iron alone. So then he got room, lag, and speed down the golf ball. So let's go and discuss the things that we worked on to help him get that yardage. Okay, so the first part I said there, remember his before video, he's only taking it to like halfway back and trying to create all this speed. So the first thing we needed to do is create some room. He actually found out he was a little bit more flexible than he was before. Now I want you to notice one thing, or I want you to pay attention to one thing, is that I'm not saying that a short swing is a bad thing. A short swing is really good and it can be really consistent with the short swing, but one thing it's going to do is not going to get you a lot of distance in the golf swing. So what we worked on with him was just trusting the fact that he can take it back further and it's actually going to be okay. So what we worked on was creating that room. So the first drill I'm going to go over here with you is actually going to be talking about how we can create that room. So when you're taking your setup here, I actually don't want you to do is I don't want you to set your wrists at all. So we talk about the one-piece takeaway, no wrist, kind of like the shoulders, arms, and hands taking it back. But what I actually want you to do is not set your wrists at all on the way back. So when you take it back, you'll notice the over-exaggerating feeling, how much room I had in the golf swing. I've got really wide, and all I did was turn my shoulders here. And the reason why we're doing that, again, it's an over-exaggerated feeling. The reason why we're doing that, to make it really easy to set our wrist or create lag on the way down. And that's gonna be the second part. So do like 5 swings at that. Here, no wrist at all. Again, this is an over-exaggerated feeling. Go back. And now we're gonna talk about lag in the golf swing and how that's gonna be, how that part there is gonna make it easy to create some lag. Okay guys, so we just created a lot of room in our golf swing by not setting our wrists at all. Again, being an over-exaggerated feeling, you will set your wrists at least a little bit. But now, if you go here, don't have a lot of room, you can see it's really easy for me to get a little bit more lag on the way down. So that's gonna be the idea. I want you to go here, all the way to the top. As you start your downswing, I want you to try to feel like the shaft is actually touching your right shoulder here, or your back shoulder. You go really wide here as you start your downswing, shallow it out, and you're gonna continue to rotate. So do that 5 times. Really wide, no wrist on the way down. Try to get that shaft to touch your right shoulder. 5 times of those. So I want you to go 5 times with just going all the way back, not setting your wrists. 5 times here all the way back, and touching, you start your downswing, touch that shaft to your right shoulder, and then go and hit 1 golf ball. Okay, so we just touched on 2 big things that are gonna help you create some speed and power in the golf swing. Creating room, the number 1 thing, create lag. But another key aspect to really getting some serious distance is actually the power turn. And that's what Clay's gonna talk about here in a second. It's gonna be a preview of our power turn video. And if you click on the iCard, it's gonna take you to the full version of that video so you can really get some serious distance out of those irons.
With the correct technique, we can all hit it with really good distance without a lot of muscular effort. And it all starts out, the very first thing you have to do is get a good powerful turn to load up the body. And it's not only in golf, but in all sports we have to rotate the body at least 90 degrees with the shoulders as you swing to the top. Preferably, we can go even a little bit past 90 to really get loaded up. That's gonna allow us to have a lot of power. So we don't just have to look at golf for this. Let's actually look at other sports. They're rotating their body, then they're coming forward. So we have to get that load. We have to get this big shoulder turn to be able to create power in the golf swing. So in this series of videos, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. That's one of the first keys to getting power, and we're all going to get at least a 90-degree turn, if not more than that. I think you'll be surprised at what you can do. So let's go ahead and get started with the next series of videos, and I'm going to show you how to get this big, powerful turn.
All right, guys, so before we go, let's take a look at this in action with some of the top pros. Now here we're looking at Adam Scott, and you're going to see as he rotates to the top, good full shoulder turn. This is pretty typical of what I see with the top pros, a little past 90. Those guys are working on their flexibility, so sometimes they can get to 100 or even 110 degrees.